I just wanted to show you guys kind of something that I'm doing. I just got home from work, so yeah. So what I've done is, you guys can kind of see this. I have a double dome light. I have a metal mesh screen and another light. And as you can see, right here is a hydrometer. You're probably wondering, what in the world's a hydrometer? Well, for those of us who own reptiles, a hydrometer is something that measures, it's a gauge that measures the humidity. And for a bearded dragon, you want the humidity to be at least 30% humidity. You don't want it to be over that. So if it gets over that, then there's something wrong. Something's wrong. You're not doing something right. And also, just to show, if you can see it, there we go. Yeah, I'll also flex on my phone. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so right here is a little temperature gauge. So those are temporary because this little enclosure is a temporary enclosure that I got going on. So yeah, so I have the wire mesh to take the brutal part of the heat from the lighting. And let's get this to show you guys. So this one is the setup for the daytime lighting. So, alright, so this guy right here, this bulb is the UVB light. Now, not all reptiles, but I know especially with the beardies or bearded dragons, they need this. Because what this does is this helps give them vitamins and minerals, and not minerals, but it helps them form calcium. It also helps them digest. This down here is a UVA light. So UVA and UVB light is essential for bearded dragons. Because if you do not properly have the proper lighting, then it can be bad. It can get bad. And I know because Dawn has a kink. It almost kind of looks like it's not straight. It's kind of does one of these numbers. His tail does a little bit of a wave, and that's because when he was younger, that was before I got him. He probably started developing MBD or metabolic bone disease, which isn't good because it can lead to other issues, and yeah, it's just not good. So yeah, so that's what this is. This is a double domed light. Now there are animals, for example, chameleons. I found out that chameleons cannot have just a stationary light like this. Chameleons have to have the entire run of the enclosure has to be filled with this type of lighting, because of course it's based on their environment. It's based on where they're naturally at. So with an enclosure like this, you're essentially recreating what would be if they were out in the wild. So, also, this one, probably wondering, what's this one sitting here for? Well, this has a red heat lamp. And what I'm going to do eventually is, instead of using these, I'm going to use just the heat ceramic. And most people go, wait, the heat ceramic is only used for when they go into brumation. But I'm finding that with the red lights on, my bearded dragons, both of them are awake. It's either one is asleep and the other one is just wide awake, can't really sleep, nothing like that. So that's another reason why I'm going to switch to ceramic eventually. But yeah, but that's what this one is. And this side of the tank needs to be at least 85 degrees. At least. If it's a little more, that's okay, but it needs to be at least 85 degrees. And I would recommend for any reptile enclosure, whether it's a chameleon or a beardy like I got, I would also say to apply a timer to the lights, because that's going to be your best friend, especially if you're forgetful. Especially if you go, oh shit, I didn't turn off Fred's light. I didn't switch on the red light. So, yeah. And also, it's also another good thing to have in enclosure is this is a food bowl. Of course, it's not a very clean one because I need to clean it out. And this one, it's a bigger food bowl, but what I'm going to use it for is I'm going to use that one for water, because they need to have a spot where they can go and they can kind of soak in, or they can drink water. So, yeah. And of course, we always have to have a little place to perch, a little place to bask in and just chill out. And I do have another piece that's gonna go in here. It's a little rock cave, because they're not always gonna want to be out in the heat. They're gonna want to be somewhere a little bit cooler. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take one out of my actual terranium, put it in here, and hopefully that will minimize the territorialness, the aggressiveness, and all of that. I mean, both of those little guys they've been so patient with me. They've been so patient with me. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't. I'm surprised they haven't really killed each other yet. I mean, because bearded dragons, especially the males are territorial. Like, I kind of read a little bit up on it today. That bearded dragons are really territorial. So, but yeah. So my advice for setting up any type of training, whether it's for a bearded dragon, chameleon, a fancy leopard gecko, any type of reptile, or even a snake, you need to read up on whatever type of animal you're wanting. So, I mean, I know cats and dogs are kind of common, but for those who love exotics, like I do, I love exotics, I read up on bearded dragons. Like, I wanted to make sure that I knew what kind of food they ate, what not to give them, what to give them, how to really interact with them and everything. So I'm kind of getting choked up because they're my kids. I mean, I'm not a mom. I don't have any kids of my own. I mean, I will one day. I'm hoping that I will have kids one day. But yeah, this is just a little quick setup that I wanted to show you guys, and just kind of share more information about beardies and everything else. And yeah, there's one more thing I want to show you guys. Give me 1 minute. Alright guys, so there's one more thing I wanted to show you. So, this little guy right here, you can see him, little beardy. This is Dawn. This is my, and of course me being on my feet for too long, me being crushed on my feet for too long, kind of making the blood flow back, so I'm kind of going, because of that. But yeah, this is Dawn, and if you look right here, you can kind of see it. There we go. Kind of see his tail a little bit, where it's kind of a little, like right here, it's kind of a little bit of a wave, a little bit of a kink in his tail. Hope I'm showing you that. Is that right? Yeah, if you kind of just stroke this, how you see where it kind of does a little bit of a wave. Hope you guys can see that. I'm trying to get you guys to see a good angle at it here. There we go. Yeah, you kind of see his tail where it kind of does a little wave right here. Comes here, just kind of just waves a little bit. And just right here, just kind of waves a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, that is signs of MBD, metabolic bone disease. But yeah, as you can see, he's a big, beautiful beardy. Yeah, he's one of 2 that I have. So, yeah. Oh, I know. He's a little bit perturbed with me because I pulled him out of a comfy spot, but yeah. Look at that pretty beardy. Yeah, he is a beautiful one, and of course they were a handful when I first got them because, well, they weren't handled very much. So, but yeah, so I'll just kind of leave you with little things. So, alright guys, that's my roommate's dogs. So, alright, I will catch you guys later. Bye.